You are listening to Voice of Korea News Now. Respected Kim Jong-un's famous work, The Great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our heart and our people, was recently published in booklet by the Dandong Longshan Printing House of China, and his work let us march forward dynamically towards final victory, holding higher the banner of Sun Gun by the Central Committee of the New Communist Party of Britain, the Hutabaha Printing and Publishing House of Indonesia, and the Gavdruk Publishing House of Poland. Publishing ceremony was held in Indonesia.
The full text of the historical report made by respected Kim Jong-un at the March 2013 plenary meeting of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea was carried by the Russian newspaper Patriot and was detailed gist by the Iranian newspaper Iran News on the 8th. The newspapers printed photos of Kim Jong-un.
A seminar and a reading session on respected Kim Jong-un's famous works. The great Kim Il-sung is the eternal leader of our party and our people, and let us march forward dynamically towards final victory, holding higher the banner of Sun Gun, were recently held in Peru and Guinea. Present at the events were many people, including personages of the Group for the Study of Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism, the Committee for Remembering Generalissimo Kim Jong-il, and the People's Front of Workers, Peasants, and Students of Peru, the Guinean Group for the Study of Kim Jong-ilism, and the Guinea-Poland Electronic Product Joint Venture Company.
40 newspapers recently featured the Day of the Sun, the birth anniversary of the great leader President Kim Il-sung, the 20th anniversary of the great leader Kim Jong-il's election as chairman of the National Defense Commission of the DPRK, and the first anniversary of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un's election as the supreme leader of the Workers' Party of Korea and the DPRK. The Indonesian newspaper International Media printed a portrait of a smiling Kim Il-sung, and the Russian newspapers Nahodotevsky Radochi and Patriot number 13 photographs of Kim Jong-il and Kim Jong-un. The Bulgaria-Korea Friendship Association released a special issue of its bulletin on the occasion of the Day of the Sun. The bulletin printed a portrait of a smiling President Kim Il-sung.
The United Confederation of Koreans in Far East Russia held an event in Narcotica on the 11th to celebrate the Day of the Sun, the birth anniversary of President Kim Il-sung. Hung on the front wall of the venue of the event were portraits of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il bearing sun-like smile. Present at the events were officials of the maritime territorial organizations of the Confederation and Koreans of different sections. Invited there were the Consul General of the DPRK in Narcotica and his staff members. The participants laid floral baskets and bouquets before a full-length picture of the great Generalissimos Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il and paid homage to them. A letter to respected Kim Jong-un and a gift from the Autonomous Society of Korean National Culture in Ussurisk City, sent on the occasion of the Day of the Sun, were conveyed to the Consul General. The participants appreciate the Korean documentary dealing with the revolutionary activities of Kim Jong-un, who led the work to strengthen the People's Army.
DPRK weightlifters who achieved a brilliant success in the 2013 World Junior Weightlifting Championships laid bouquets before the bronze statues of the great Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il on Mansu Hill and made a bow to them on Tuesday.
Che Ryong-hae, director of the General Political Bureau of the Korean People's Army, made a field survey of the victorious Fatherland Liberation War Museum and the cemetery of fallen soldiers of the People's Army under construction on the occasion of the 60th anniversary of the victory in the Fatherland Liberation War. After looking around different places of the construction sites, he took measures to resolutely carry out the order of the respected Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un.
There have been separate performances of the 3rd April Spring People's Art Festival were grandly given at the theaters, concert halls, and assembly houses in Pyongyang on the 16th. They were enjoyed by working people of different sections, youth and students in Pyongyang, overseas Koreans, and foreigners. Different echelons of art organizations and art troupes of overseas Koreans gave performances at the Modern Dong Theater, the Pyongyang Kim Won-dam Conservatory, and the theaters, concert halls, and assembly houses in Pyongyang.
DPRK weightlifters won 7 gold medals and 4 silver medals in the 2014 World Junior Weightlifting Championships and returned home on Tuesday. They were warmly welcomed by Moon Kyung-dok, Secretary of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea, and officials concerned at the Pyongyang railway station. Pyongyang citizens warmly welcomed them, who demonstrated the honor of Sungun Korea in the streets. That day, the weightlifters had a press conference at the Kim Il-sung Stadium. Present there were reporters in Pyongyang.
DPRK Doctorate of Philosophy was awarded to Genghis Yogani, Secretary General of the International Institute of the Tzu-chi Idea. The awarding ceremony was held at the Monthly Assembly Hall in Pyongyang on the 16th. Present on the occasion were officials concerned and delegations and delegates of the Tzu-chi Idea Study Organization. The decision of the DPRK State Commission for conferring degrees and titles was read out. The Doctorate of Philosophy was awarded to Genghis Yogani on the occasion of the 101st birth anniversary of the great leader President Kim Il-sung in appreciation of his contribution to explaining and proving the validity of respected Marshal Kim Jong-un's idea and theory.
The DPRK team defeated the Mongolian team 8-0 in the preliminary games of Group H for the 2014 Asia Under-14 Football Championships held in Hong Kong of China on the 16th. It was the last game with the Chinese Macau team on the 17th. In the previous games, the DPRK team defeated the Chinese Hong Kong team 5-0 and the Japanese team 3-1.
The DPRK team defeated the team of the United Arab Emirates 5-3 in the first day games of the World Men's Ice Hockey Third Grade Championship on April the 15th. The championships will be held in all league matches until April the 21st, with the participation of the DPRK, the United Arab Emirates, Greece, Ireland, Luxembourg, and South Africa. Winner of the championships will go up to Group B of the second grade.
Foreigners and overseas Koreans participating in the 15th Kim Il-sung Festival visited Mangyongdae, the birthplace of President Kim Il-sung. They also looked around the venue of the festival, the International Friendship Exhibition House, the National Gift Exhibition House, the Pyongyang Folklore Park, and other places.
An international exhibition delegation of the Ministry of the Oil Industry of the DPRK left Pyongyang by air on Tuesday to participate in the 18th International Exhibition of Oil, Gas, Refining and Petrochemistry to be held in Tehran, the capital of Iran.
A spokesman for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the DPRK gave a statement to media on Tuesday. The statement said, "Recently, high-ranking officials of the United States talk about dialogue in succession," and continued, "But it is nothing but a cunning trick of the United States to pretend to desire dialogue, restraining military action, and thus evade responsibility for the aggravated tension running to the brink of war." The United States threw in large quantities of latest hardware inside the military confrontation with the DPRK and got the benefits of greatly strengthening its military deployment according to its strategy of attaching importance to Asia-Pacific. At this moment, too, it is moving nuclear carrier striking flotillas to the operational waters of the Korean Peninsula, persisting in the DPRK targeted nuclear war exercises. It is our consistent stand that dialogue must be based on the principles of respect of sovereignty and equality. So long as the United States does not give up its hostile policy on nuclear threats and blackmail against the DPRK, genuine dialogue is possible only when we have sufficient nuclear deterrent force to deter the nuclear war threat of the United States. Unless the United States puts an end to the nuclear war exercises and pulls back all the aggressive arms and equipment, our self-defensive military countermeasures will continue to be intensified, the statement stressed.
The General Bureau for Central Guidance to the Development of the Special Zones made public a memorandum under the title, "The South Korean authorities can never escape from the responsibility for the crisis of the Kaesong Industrial Zone," on the 16th, concerning that the Kaesong Industrial Zone has been turned into a hot spot of confrontation with fellow countrymen and dangerous hotbed of war due to hostilities and war moves of the United States and the South Korean puppets against the DPRK. The memorandum exposed in detail how the gassing industrial zone came into being, and that the work in the zone is in crisis owing to the lenient regime and the present conservative regime.
The people for peace and reunification, the Seoul Solidarity for Unification, and the People's Action for Peace Against War in South Korea held press conferences in Seoul on the 12th with regards to the visit from the U.S. Secretary of State to South Korea. The organization said the U.S. hostile policy towards the DPRK is a fundamental cause of aggravated military tension of the Korean Peninsula, and urged the United States to discontinue the joint military exercises and come out to dialogue for conclusion of a peace agreement without condition. On the other hand, the Public Transport Trade Union, the trade union of government employees and other organizations under the South Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, held a press conference in Seoul on the 11th to form the headquarters of joint struggle for winning the basic rights to labor, checking privatization, and strengthening public character in the public views of the Confederation of Trade Unions.
The Switzerland-Korea Committee and the Swiss Group for the Study of the Treaty Idea recently issued a joint statement in support of the law on simultaneously promoting economic construction and nuclear arms build-up, advanced at the March 2013 plenary meeting of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea. The long-lived General Kim Jong-il get together in Berlin, and the Berlinese National Committee for the Study of the Treaty Idea recently made public a joint statement in support of the special statement of the DPRK government, political parties and organizations.
The Indonesian newspaper Citibau Indonesia on April the 12th gave an account of the Korean people's struggle to defend the country under the title To Defend Sovereignty. And that's the end of the news, read by Kim Hyun-up and Cho Jong-nam. This is Voice of Korea.
The Daily Rodong Shimun of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea carried a commentary on Wednesday under the title Unpardonable Wrongdoing. The commentary said the faceless acts of the South Korean puppets, viciously challenging the dignity of the supreme leadership of the DPRK, have reached the climax and continued. Not resting content with the vicious phenomena of the celebrations of the Day of the Sun, in which the echo of boundless reverence and praise of the whole nation and the world progressivists shook the sky and earth, the South Korean puppets instigated gangsters to hold an anti-DPRK meeting in the heart of Seoul and there to burn the portrait, a symbol of the dignity of our supreme leadership. The unpardonable outrages show that the South Korean puppets are now talking about dialogue and the like, but it is no more than a trick to cover up their ambition for confrontation and escape from the responsibility for the grave situation. The responsibility for the imminent situation rests entirely with the South Korean rulers, criminals who slandered and hurt the dignity of our supreme leadership, the commentary stressed. That was the commentary under the title Unpardonable Wrongdoing, carried in the Daily Rodong Shimun of the DPRK on Wednesday. This is Voice of Korea. Here is a mail chorus. We will defend General Kim Jong-un at the cost of our lives.